I love quick pasta dishes that you can put together for all the family to enjoy. And this one has some lovely smoked bacon, some chicken, some rocket, spinach, and some pasta, of course. So I'm going to talk to you about the pasta first. We'll get that on. I'll just preheat my pan because we need to seal off our chicken. It's a really super quick one. So we have two different types of pasta. Here, you can use this one here, the bronze die penne pasta. And what bronze die means, everyone, so first of all, the PGI logo. So protected geographical indication. But bronze die actually is the plate that they push the pasta through. So in this, there is only just some durum wheat and water. So there's no actually eggs in this. But it's a plate, it's like a bronze plate that they push it through. And what it does, it gives it the most amazing texture. If you can see that there, Melda. So that kind of catches the sauce. Now this is a fresh pasta. We love the spaghetti. They also have the pappardelle, and this is the fresh egg tortigliani, and this is a tuba pasta which is really nice with mince. It really is a very nice pasta. So when you're cooking pasta, all you need is just boiling water and a teaspoonful of salt. And I'm just going to open it. I'm going to cook the whole bag of this. And you cook pasta like al dente, so we do. So the pasta should be more or less done by the time the sauce is ready. Just empty the whole bag in there. I'll just actually show you one of them there, Mel. See the texture, it's really nice. So I served that like in one of my recent videos with some of the one here with the ragu of beef, which is delicious, really is lovely. Okay, and the twins love this pasta. So plenty of boiling water. Now I'm going to put some rapeseed oil into the pan, nice high cooking temperature. That's really important. So let's talk about the smoked bacon that I'm going to use, and also the corn-fed chicken. So all I've done with the corn-fed chicken, this is one breast here with the skin on, but I've cut it into little strips. So what I'm going to do is just literally get my tongs here, and I'm going to put this onto the pan. So you can see the way I've cut that there into small little strips. So just don't chuck it into one big, kind of spread it out. So this is my large non-stick pan here that I'm using. So I have two sizes of pans in the cookware, a small one, and then we have this large one here. Now, I like smoked bacon. You've seen me using it so much. The key to good chicken, good smoked bacon, is this logo here, the Board Bia quality mark. So that's really important. This chicken is produced in Rarden, Cavan, and this here is dry cured. It's whiskey smoked Irish streaky rashers. So what I've done with them is cut them into little lardons, just small, tiny little kind of strips. Now you can do this, like if you want this, like for a vegetarian, you can use some pumpkin, you can use some sweet potato, so you can mix it up. I'm using some spinach and rocket, which I'll talk about in a minute. Okay, we just need to get a little bit of sea salt just onto the chicken. And just to give it really nice flavour and a bit of colour, you know me, a little bit of butter. And that is a little bit, I promise you. Okay, so just kind of spread this out here. Shake the pan, and then we'll flip this over. So just let that just cook. Keep the pan nice and high. We've it seasoned up. We'll go back onto our pasta. Just give it a little kind of a stir. And that's cooking up nicely there. So just boiling water and salt. That's all you need. The fresh pasta will cook in at least half the time of the dried pasta. They're both very good. The bronze die one is the penne pasta, and this just is a larger tube. That's the only difference, and of course this is the fresh one. Okay, we're going to start to turn our chicken. Little bit of colour, that's what I like. Yeah, lovely. As Del Boy used to say, lovely jubbly. Okay, there we go. Nice bit of colour. Those in lovely lardons. So lardons really is just a strip of streaky bacon. Just get a couple of streaky rashers, cut them into strips, and then kind of just pan fry them. And you can just do this with chicken if you want to. You can put in sweet corn, peas, whatever. I'll try and show you as many simple recipes as we're going along with pasta and the different varieties of pasta. This one I particularly like, and there's a lovely bit of a texture to it. Okay, we're going to add in some creme fraiche, and this is made in Convoy in County Donegal. Okay, delicate and smooth. So some creme fraiche. You can use regular cream if you want to. And then we're going to put in some pesto. So this is the fresh pesto. Now, there we go. All right, so we'll put in a couple of spoonfuls. Chicken is not cooked yet, but we will start the sauce process. So 2 large spoonfuls thereabouts of the creme fraiche. And into that, I'm going to literally get some of the pasta water. Look at. And I'll just give the pasta a wee stir just there. So what you want to do, everyone, you want to cook the pasta until what we call it's al dente, which means that it's just literally firm to the bite, that it's not raw, but that it's just cooked. And that's really, really important, because there's nothing worse than overcooked or undercooked pasta. So just make sure you cook it, just test it, taste it, and have a little bit of a bite to it. And the fresh pasta will cook very fast. So that's a lovely creme fraiche there. I have to say I'm very impressed with that. Now we're going to put in some of our pesto. So a spoonful of that. Or you can put in 2 if you want to. And then just stir that through there. I think we need another little bit of this. We're kind of loosening up that creme fraiche by using the pasta water. And that pasta is not far off from being done. So the chicken was cut really, really thinly, so it doesn't take long to cook this. This is a super quick recipe. It's kind of like a 1-pan dish. Okay, rocket spinach. This is some baby spinach. This is some rocket, and this is some wild rocket. So this is from our garden down in the restaurant. So Kevin bought that up for me today. With the baby spinach, there's no need to pick off those little leaves. They add great texture to the two. So I'm going to just turn down the pan. Just watch the way this wilts. You think you have an awful lot of spinach. You think you have an awful lot of rocket. Stir this through here. So that's why for this recipe you need this pan. You know, the wide pan. See the way that kind of cooks really, really quickly. Okay. The pasta should be more or less done. I'm going to put another wee bit of that water there. Using your little strainer, just down the sink. And no need to refresh it. So what refreshing means, everyone, is that if you were to, I'll just switch that off, if you wanted this cold, like in a pasta salad with sun-dried tomatoes and goat's cheese, which is lovely, and some pesto, you'd have to run cold water. So it just stops it from sticking together. So I'm going to pop in my pasta. Probably don't need it all. Let me just see how we're looking there. Yeah. And then we're going to put in some Parmesan cheese. Well, that's a really quick dish. The chicken will be cooked. I really like that pasta there. So let me talk to you about the pine nuts. The pine nuts, everyone, are toasted. So I always kind of keep a little container of kind of toasted nuts, whether it's pecan nuts or flaked almonds, something like that. And I'm just going to literally sprinkle this in here. I'm going to switch this off now, or I'll have no sauce. Because what happens, it reduces. So this will give lovely texture. And I forgot to say that we've toasted the pine nuts. Just in the oven or under the grill, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we're going to grate our Parmesan. And you could put lemon, you could put lime into this. So just some lovely Parmesan cheese. So this is the 30-month matured Simply Better Parmesan cheese. Or you could use the pre-grated one like that. Whatever you have time for. This is a great little thing to have kind of like in the, it's going to say in your cupboard in your fridge. But can you see the way everything's wilted? Like, that's a really super, super fast recipe. And then we're going to serve up. It's as easy as that. So I'm going to use the same spoon that I took the water out. So if you have a little look at that there, Melda. You can put mustard into that. But I like seeing the little bit of green, the smoked bacon. That nice, good quality chicken. You know, it's fed with maize. And that's what corn-fed means. And it's what we really, really like. We use that now at home. It's the only chicken we use, to be truthful, which is beautiful. Toasted pine nuts, the spinach. The smell. And Melda is licking her lips here. And then a little bit more pine nuts just on top. And a touch of grated Parmesan. Just over the top. And a little bit of black pepper. If you like it, I like black pepper. Just a small little touch. Because when you think of it, you've seasoned everything up, so there's no need to put extra salt. Just a little. And there we have it. How quick is that pasta? So that's my chicken, rocket, spinach, and pine nut pasta. I hope you enjoyed this. And this recipe will be up on the Macneen Facebook page. And I'll put this, and I'll put the recipe on Instagram too. Happy cooking everyone, enjoy this recipe.